Yo, what is happening, ladies and gentlemen? We back here. Duncan with the Honey is back with more football content. You know our brand, consistency's official. I didn't post in like 2 days because I've been pretty busy with stuff. I'm going back to college very soon, so I've been just trying to figure a lot of stuff out. So I apologize for not really posting a video in 2 days. I really like posting some videos every day, but there's gonna be times where I'm not gonna be posting every single day because I got stuff to do for school. I'm gonna be busy, so I apologize for that. But consistency is always official, and that's how you beat the system. But we are back with more NFL content. We didn't do NFL content since the Super Bowl back in February, so it has been a minute, but preseason has started. We're in the middle of preseason right now, and there has been a bunch of standouts, but also a bunch of injuries. So we're going to talk about the significance of these injuries and how they will affect their team going into the season, because every game counts during the season. Every team is trying to get in playoff contention. Every single game counts. But anyways, y'all, cue the intro.
To win it. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. Somehow, some way, Paul Richardson top of the ball.
So obviously the first injury going on into the season is going to be Jamal Adams of the Minnesota Vikings. He's the veteran safety, and he suffered a severe right knee injury during the Vikings preseason game against the Giants. And even though they did win that game, Jamal Adams is now unavailable. And unfortunately, is going to prematurely end his 2026 NFL season, which is very sad because it's only been one game. Preseason doesn't count towards anything. So now you're going to be going into these games that actually count. So now Jamal Adams is not going to be available. Now, obviously, he is significant for his elite peak as an all-pro safety guy. Now, he did transition from a dominant box safety to a hybrid linebacker. It was going to play a role this year, but unfortunately, it's not going to happen. Now, most of that did happen when he was with the Las Vegas Raiders and also when he was playing with the Minnesota Vikings. Now, back in 2025, when he did play for the Las Vegas Raiders, when the season started, he had 30 combined tackles, 15 assisted tackles. So he has pretty good numbers. But now he's going to be out for the season. Who will be taking his place? Bryce Phillips. He's going to be taking his place. He did go undrafted in the 2026 NFL draft, but he did end up signing with the Vikings. He is a rookie, so he has a point to prove right now. Given the fact that you went undrafted, you're going to have to show everyone what you're made of. He is a rookie, and obviously he has no NFL experience yet, but usually, sometimes it's the undrafted guys that be the scariest guys, because they're out there trying to make a point prove. What they're going to do is play 110% for their veterans on their team. So hopefully Bryce Phillips is up for that challenge. We shall see. But Jamal Adams, he had a great run, but unfortunately, he's going to be out for the rest of the season. Next up, Laremy Tunsil of the Washington Commanders. Now, the Commanders' offensive line, it did take a massive hit when he went down because he was doing a one-on-one with torn triceps, and that was a horrible idea. Now, he's already set for surgery, but he's supposed to miss a lot of the season. It's not going to be determined if he's going to be out for the rest of the season. He's just going to be out for a lot of games. And obviously, this is going to leave Brandon Coleman to step up as the left tackle for the Commanders. Now, the Washington Commanders, they are a really young team who did miss the playoffs last year, but they're definitely in contention to make the Super Bowl one of these years, because they do have key players offensively. They have Stephon Diggs, which was a great pickup out of the New England Patriots, which was a very big steal. So now you have him playing alongside Jaden McDaniels. I really do like that combination. So offensively, I think their offensive line is going to be amazing. Now, like I did say with Brandon Coleman, he's going to have to step up to the plate. Last season, he played 12 games, but he was benched throughout the season because he had early on struggles. And during those 12 games that he played, he had 390 offensive snaps, and he allowed 0 sacks. So now his PFF grade is 64%. So Brandon Coleman, he's going to have to step up to the plate. They're still going to need to have an elite team. And I think the Commanders, they are in contention. I really do like the combo of Stephon Diggs and Jaden McDaniels. I think that's really going to help their offensive line out. But they got to make sure their defense has to be there. Their tackles have to be there. And if the defense or tackles are not there, then you guys are going to start struggling. So Brandon Coleman, step up to the plate in a significant way, a significant force. Take that tackle. Take that area. That's all you can do. Now, Tunsil, like I said, he's not going to be out potentially for the entire season. But if worst thing comes to worst, if he can't really have the quickest recovery going into late in the season, then he's going to be out for the rest of the year. But I don't think he's going to be out for the rest of the year, though. He's going to be out for a lot of games 100%. But they're just going to need somebody to take that left tackle for now. Next up, Ricky Pearsall of the San Francisco 49ers. Now, he's been having lingering issues with his PCL dating back to last season. So now he's going to be entering surgery, and unfortunately, the wide receiver will be out for the remainder of this season. So the 49ers, they do have a lot of options here. They have Deebo Samuel. He's still very explosive, and he's on a one-year deal with the 49ers right now because he returned back after he played for the Commanders for a little while. And last year, he had 72 receptions, 727 yards. Christian Kirk, he is another option for you guys. Last year, he had 28 receptions, 239 yards. And their last option, Deshaun Stribling, who caught 44 plus passes. I really do think they should start Deebo Samuel at this position. Very explosive. But he needs to make sure he has the confidence in himself to do what he can do. Next up, Nic Scourton of the Carolina Panthers. And it was a very heartbreaking way to start camp for the Carolina Panthers because he's the Carolina Panthers' second-year edge rusher. And he tore his ACL the first day of practice. So now he's placed on the injury reserve and potentially could be out for the rest of the year. So now what can they do? What can they do here? Now what they did do is go out and get Cam Gill from the UFL League. And he was the defensive player of the UFL League. So he's going to be taking his spot. But given the fact that Cam Gill, he still has a lot to prove with the team right now. He has to participate in their workouts and everything. There's still going to be some guys fighting for this spot, like Princely. And you also got Patrick Jones III fighting for this spot. So they're going to have a bunch of rotations. Given the fact that Nic Scourton's going to be out. So the rotations are going to be a little different. But I think what they should do is give Cam Gill a chance. Given the fact that he was defensive player in the UFL. He should be a good defensive here in the NFL. But if he's not, then the rotations are going to keep on coming. Then Princey could probably get minutes. Patrick Jones could probably get minutes. But Cam Gill, let's see what he can do right now. I think it's going to be smart for us to start him. Next up, Coby Bryant of the Chicago Bears. Now, he's not going to be out for the rest of the year. The safety, he will miss 4 to 6 months, unfortunately, because he's going to be undergoing surgery to fix his hyperextended left knee. He's been complaining about bone bruising and minor fractures. So he's going to be out for a little while, but he's not going to be out for the entire season. Who's going to be taking his spot? Cam Lewis potentially could take Bryant's spot. He had a combined 34 tackles. Not bad, but he still needs to grow. And also, we need to have a sense of urgency of what the Bears are trying to do because the Bears actually relatively did good last season. They were a young team trying to make a deep playoff run. It just couldn't happen. So, given the fact that Bryant is going to be missing games, someone has to step up to the plate, and the Bears got to make back into playoff contention. They want to have a deeper playoff run. Another guy is Xavier Wood. He's another option, but currently he is injured with his groin. He's been shut down for the rest of the preseason. And last year for the Titans, he did have 23 combined tackles and 16 assisted tackles. So that's not bad, but potentially he could have injury issues as well. So I think Cam Lewis could be the best option for the Bears right now. If you want to give Xavier Woods a chance, you can go ahead and give him a chance. But if he has more groin issues going into the season and he's playing slow and he can't do the stuff he can do on the football court, then put Cam Lewis in over him. Because Cam Lewis, he is not bad. He's not a bad guy. But anyways, you guys, that's the significant injuries of the NFL preseason right now going into the 2026-2027 season. Honestly, it's crazy. We have a lot of heartbreaking injuries already where guys are going to be out for the season already. And most of this has happened during preseason or just during practice. And they always say, if you're not fully healthy in practice, then you don't have to play. Now, I do love the dedication of these NFL players who's putting their lives on the line because they want to win. But at the end of the day, this is just preseason. This is just preseason. I know you want to give it your all right now. But if you're not healthy, you're not healthy. If you have groin issues, you can set out with your groin issues. If you have ACL issues, if you have, bone fractures, anything like that, really, just give it a rest for a little bit. This is just preseason. These games don't count yet. They're going to count when the season starts. What you should do is try and save your energy for this season. Obviously, you want to stand out for everyone there. And, that's the entire mentality of the NFL and football. But if you're injured, you're injured. It's okay. At the end of the day, the season is what matters. And the games that actually matter, they're going to matter. But anyways, y'all, that's all I got to say. Comment down below y'all thoughts on these injuries. How could this play a role in how this team is going to be playing throughout the season? Comment down below, you guys. But anyways, y'all, that's all I got to say. God loves you. Jesus is king. Peace out, everybody.